Hi everyone, my name is Edith O'Neill and I'm an independent sales rep and national recruiter with Avon Products Inc. Welcome to video 3 in the new representative series. Today we'll be talking about the Believe in Your Success manual. And the primary purpose of this manual, I'll bring it a little bit closer so you can see it. The primary purpose of this manual is to help you become a little bit more familiar with Avon and to help you plan for your first 2-week campaign. So stay tuned and we'll go through just the key portions of this manual so you can get started pretty quickly. The first few pages give a little bit of background on Avon, so let's go ahead and skip right to pages 8 and 9. It says here that Avon was founded over 125 years ago based on a simple yet powerful belief, a belief that when women are truly self-empowered, they have the ability to achieve all of their goals and dreams and even to exceed their expectations. So if you look at the chart on the right on page 9, you will see where it starts with a belief, just like it says, and then you achieve and then exceed. So let's talk a little bit about belief. It says here that Avon is a world-class direct selling company. Avon has been in business for over 125 years. So it's a well-established company with, popular products, award-winning products. So it's a solid company that you have products that you'll be partnering with. It also offers a great opportunity, as it has been for several years, for women to earn an additional income. And there are two ways that you can earn that additional income, as you can see on the right. You can grow your customers and earn up to 50% from your personal sales, or you can also grow a team and earn up to 13% of your team sales. Then it goes to achieving, and there are 3 specific concepts with the achieving activities, that is invite, inform, and inspire. But before we proceed, let's go back to that chart where it says believe, achieve, and exceed. And you just got the background information on Avon, which helps you to believe in this company that is well established and it has these award-winning products. But I want you to put an asterisk right next to achieve, someplace in that box or right next to the word achieve, because every single activity that you do to run your business from now on is related to achieving your goals. So let's go ahead and go back to pages 14 and 15. So it starts with an invitation. With Avon, it's not, a hard sell type of a company. A lot of people already are familiar with the product. So what you want to do is just invite people to be a part of your business, to look at your brochure, and just to enjoy the products. Then you want to inform your customers by, first of all, informing yourself. You have to get to know the products, as a new representative, so that you could help customers make the choices that are right for them. And then by using the products, and talking about the products and talking well about the products, then you can inspire others to be repeat customers, because after everything is said and done, that's what you want. You want customers to also believe in the product as much as you do and inspire them to keep coming back. And it's the same thing when you lead your team. As you grow in your business, then you want to invite people to also be a part of your business, to inform yourself and just getting better at selling. And so you could teach your downline how to do the same. And then, as you grow in your business, tell your story. Tell your story, talk about your why, so that you can inspire them as well to grow their business. So achieving is simple with invite, inform, and inspire. So you can fill these 2 pages out at a later date if you like. It's just talking about what you would like to achieve. And I say that because later on in the manual, we will go into that in a bit more depth. So congratulations on your decision to become an Avon representative. And to get right to work, the first thing that you want to do is to, start with that invitation. You start with everyone you know. This is called your warm market. So to, get your feet wet, to, get you started in the business, think about your family, your friends, if you have a regular, a traditional job, your coworkers, your neighbors, anyone that you know, because if you say nothing about your business, then your business goes nowhere. That's just how simple it is. It just starts, like it said, with a simple invitation. And then this invitation you should extend everywhere you go as well. So if you have kids, at schools, or even if you don't have kids and you have friends with kids, or people with kids, then definitely extend that invitation to them as well, because Avon does fundraisers. That's something that we'll talk about in another video. But definitely think about where you go, and like I said, you have to open your mouth and just talk about your business, or even just strike up a conversation and then work your business into the conversation. And so, you speak of how much you enjoy doing the business, you talk about the products, and then that helps to inspire, like we had seen before, your customers to want to do business with you, and want to continue to use Avon products. So one of the things that you really need to do, if you have not done this already, is to start with a list of 50 people that you know. And so look at that list on the previous page, with everyone you know or every place you go, and then use that to fill out, as just try as much as possible. If you exceed 50, that is great, but you want to have a very robust list of customers. And then the other thing that you want to do, if you know anyone that's on this list and they could benefit from the Avon opportunity, then put an asterisk next to that person's name. And so your upline or your district manager can help you talk to that person about Avon, and you can start building a team as soon as possible. The next thing that you want to do is inform yourself. Now, Avon provides a ton of training materials for no additional cost for you to help you build your business. So not only do you have the brochures, but every representative gets a free website. I mean, and that's something that you don't see in a lot of companies, but Avon provides you with a free website. But on the day of sign up, as long as everything goes, your application is accepted, you can start, selling from your website. And then in addition to that, you have a ton of samples, uh, the training materials, you have district sales meetings, your business buzzes, even training from your upline and from other members of your team. So you have a ton of resources that you can use to inform yourself about Avon's products and also the opportunity. And so that way, too, you can inform your customers and your team as well. And then we also spoke about inspiring your customers. So share your personal story with everyone. As I mentioned before, talk about your why. Why did you come into the business? Where are you going? People want to know about that. So the more you express your belief in Avon's products, the more confident your customers will feel about buying. And when you share your success with the Avon earning opportunity, it will be easy to grow your team. And that is so true. Now, so when you believe, you can achieve. And so we spoke about with achieving, you invite, you inform, and you inspire. Now, let's look at page 27, which is on the right hand side of the page, and you can follow along in your manual if you have that in front of you. This shows the scale of how much you can earn when you sell Avon's products. So it goes on a sliding scale, of course, and so the more you sell, then the higher your earnings are. The only time that this is a little bit different is when there are products in the brochure that have it's like a little black diamond next to it. Those are called fixed earnings products. So those are more like third party products to Avon, and so the earnings on those products will be fixed at 20%. So that's just something to keep in mind. So like the products in the Mark book, you see inside the Avon brochure, you see Tiny Tilia, the kids products, you're going to see like clothing, shoes, things like that. Those are typically fixed earnings products where you earn 20% on them. So now let's talk about your plan to achieve, and this is very important. So still going back to thinking about your why, you have your stretch goals, you have your long-term goals, you have your short-term goals. Because maybe right now you're thinking you might need some extra money to help pay a bill or do some type of a repair, or even just saving up to give gifts to your family and your friends. So I would say start with a goal that can be achievable, or something that you wanted to get within the next 30 days. So in that little card that's there. And what I encourage you to do too is to, even take it, if you can make a copy of it, or just have it someplace where you can see it. Um, and then you can see this in front of your face. Okay, in 30 days, this I want to get this. Then in 60 days, I would like to work towards this, and so on and so forth with 90 days. So in the lower left of it, now when you join Avon, you can join right in the middle of a 2-week campaign with at least a week of selling time. So think about how many days you have to sell. And what I'll do in a future video is go over your order schedule so you can get an idea of when your order is due. So you would be counting from now to the due date of that first order, and then that would let you know the amount of days you have to sell. So you have to start thinking about, okay, let me go back to my list of 50 people. Who am I going to contact first? What am I going to do next? Then we like to say start with at least 10 people, and this is just an example, and to help you set a goal. You can start with 10 customers. If you get a lot more customers, that is awesome, but you want to at least try to meet and or exceed that goal. With your average number of customers of 10, let's bring down that 10 in the box on the lower left where it says number of customers, and then an average customer order of $25. Let's bring that down as well. So your goal is to have sales of $250. Okay? So that's your goal that you want to meet or exceed for your first campaign. Let's bring the sales number down so you have $250. And your earnings percent, let's go back to the chart which was on page 27, so we can see that that $250 falls in the 30% range. And so your potential earnings for your first campaign would be $75. And so, of course, that doesn't take into an account any fixed earnings products. Now, for your next steps, one of the first things that you will need to do, if you have not done that already at this point, is to log into youravon.com. That is your back office where everything, all of your additional training, all of your main training modules are, where you place your orders, where you manage your customers. That is your back office to manage your business. So if you have not logged into youravon.com as yet, you will need your account number from your application, and you will also need the last 4 digits of your social security number and the district number, and you would receive that in an email if you applied online. And then you will see a welcome screen, and it will take you through all the different areas of learning youravon.com and also setting up your website. One of the things that's really important for you to do is to take these 5 courses here, because these help you get started with running your business. So you want to start learning how to navigate your Avon.com. This is some information on how to run your business, how to place orders, and just as far as business management, how to manage your money, and then to inform yourself, beauty basics that you'll need to know. And then here, these are dates and other information that you can fill out. You'll find this information on youravon.com. So right now, I wish you a lot of success. Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment section below. And I'll have a little bit more information at the end of this video on how you can get started as an Avon representative. We'd love to have you on our team. So you can go to www.startavon.com, reference code Edith O'Neill. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.